Hi folks, and welcome back to another Travels of Red Rover. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Corinne.
And where are we tonight?
Tonight we're in Kolob Canyon, which is part of Zion National Park over on the west side, close to Highway 15 in Utah.
And tonight we are here to do something special. Something that we haven't been doing a lot of. We used to do this a lot more a few years ago, but in the last couple of years we haven't shot many night photographs. So tonight we are out to do some beautiful Milky Way shots. They're going to come up over the mountain that's over that way, and I'll just put that in right now. It comes up about 1 o'clock in the morning, so it should be great.
We're here a little bit early. We had a half-mile hike out, and we wanted to get situated so we knew exactly where we wanted our cameras to be for the best angle, and we like to do that before it gets too dark. So we just use the opportunity to do a couple golden hour shots as well.
So that's what we're going to be doing. So let's get started.
Okay.
So the first shot we're taking tonight is of these beautiful mountains here behind us. I've forgotten the name of the peak, but I'll put it in up there when I develop the video. I'm going to take the shot is too wide in order to take a single shot, although I must admit there's a beautiful single shot of this peak and that peak, and that's quite lovely. But what I'm going to do is take a panorama starting from that mountain over there to this mountain over here. In order to do that, I've got my camera all leveled up, and as I just turn it back on here, and what I'll actually do is take a bunch of shots going across, and you'll notice that the camera is set up for portrait. That's so that I can focus in on the shot a little bit more and make those peaks stand out quite a bit more. So that gives me some latitude on the top and the bottom of the photograph that I can still cut off the shadows and cut out some of the sky if I need to later on. So just get everything set up. I'm just not quite as level as I'd like to be. There we go. Get this nice and focused. And the other thing that I need to check is I've got I'm a little too bright. So I'm going to take the brightness down just a little bit. That looks about right on the perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to start taking the shots. The first thing I do is I like to tell myself when the beginning of the shots are. So I'll put a finger in front of the camera, or two fingers in my case, and I'll just take a picture of that to start off with. Then I'll refocus again, make sure I'm focused on the back of the shot. I'll take a shot, I'll let the camera finish. I'll move it a little bit, lock it back down. Take another shot, just let everything settle out a little bit. Move it again. Take another shot. And I'll keep doing that all the way across the shot that I want to build. And the nice thing is that later on when I put this all into Lightroom, everything will be, I can literally just load all the pictures into Lightroom, and Lightroom will put that photograph together for me. So it's a very straightforward process to develop the panorama. And I always take a shot or two beyond my end point because I like to be able to cut off the ends a little bit and form up the photograph a little more so that it looks a little nicer. So the bits that are on the end will actually get chopped off in post-production. And that's it. That's how I take a panorama. Very straightforward. So I just wanted to make sure I told you something about the settings of the camera. Typically, I shoot at ISO 100 at this time of the day. Uh, I'm currently shooting an aperture priority, but that's only because the light balance from this side to this side is pretty similar. If that wasn't the case, I would probably shoot in manual and set the white balance that I wanted to have in the shot. Right now, I'm shooting at f11. Frankly, I could shoot that anywhere from f8 to f15, and it's not going to look very different. It's pretty far away from me, so I don't really need to use a real high f-stop, and it should turn out pretty well. What we'll end up with is a great deal of detail when we finish the shot.
Corinne and I love shooting golden hour in the mountains because we're up so high, the sun creates these beautiful color palettes as it is setting, and they can be quite gorgeous. So we spend our time taking a series of shots right up until full dark when we're shooting golden hour and sunset. And here are a few of the shots, including the panoramas we took that night. We hope you enjoy them.
So Corinne and I have been sitting out here chatting with the various folks that have come out. And as you can see, it's a lot darker now. It's about 9:15, so the sun has completely set. It's actually a pretty nice sky over in the west, but not so much in the east. So now that the sun is set, I'm actually starting to take some of my blue hour shots, which means that I've now switched to my wide angle lens. And I've actually set the shot up so that if you can see up behind me, we got the mountain in the bottom part of the shot, and I'm setting it up so that the Milky Way, which will be in an arc above that little mountain right there, is clearly in the shot as well. So pretty wide shot. I haven't actually set up the nighttime settings. I'll wait for that a little while yet, but I have actually focused the camera using the wide angle lens, so I won't have to focus. I won't touch the focus from now on. So just now it's a matter of waiting and changing the settings when it gets a little darker.
We wait. The waiting is some of the most difficult part of doing a night shoot.
So we've been waiting for about 3 hours. It's just coming up on midnight, and the Milky Way should be coming up behind me. And we took a couple test shots, and indeed we can start to see it. Mostly we see it on either side of the mountain, so it's just below the horizon right now. One of the things we have noticed, though, is that there's quite a bit of cloud or dust or something right on the horizon. So it's going to be a while yet, probably another 45 minutes to an hour before the Milky Way is high enough in the sky that we can actually get some good photographs.
So for our night shots, we use a low value aperture of 2.8, which is wide open on our lenses, and that lets in as much light as possible. We work with our shutter speed so that it's around 15 seconds. That's not too bad for star movement. And you don't want to go a lot higher than that. If you have moon in your picture, you want to be less than 8 seconds. And then we adapt our ISO so that we get good brightness on our picture. In my case, tonight I was working with an ISO of 5,000. We also find that when you're doing night photography, you tend to get a lot more noise due to the high ISO. So we use a program called Starry Landscape Tracker, and that's a Mac iOS software. It allows us to create a composite from 10 star pictures and 5 dark pictures where we've put our camera lens cover on, and those are black, and those help to eliminate the noise and the hot pixels in our pictures. So we'll give you the examples of our photos once they've been processed, and we hope you enjoy them.
Well, Corinne, what did you think of the evening?
It was wonderful. It wasn't too cold. There was a bit of a breeze, but that went away once the stars were all out. The Milky Way showed up perfectly, and it was nicely situated over our mountain.
It actually showed up where we expected it to. It just showed up a little earlier than we expected, which was really perfect because no one wants to stay out any longer than they have to. So it was really great having that show up a little early.
Well, also, we are expecting the moon to pop up any time now, and so that meant that we were able to get all our star shots before the moon would make it too bright for us.
Yes, it's just a great evening that way. And what was even nicer is it pretty much came off almost exactly as we planned it. So that was really terrific. So anyway, we hope you really enjoyed the evening. And if you did, give us a thumbs up.
And if you'd like to see some more of our videos, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below.
And as always, if you want to know when we release videos, hit that little bell button.
We love your questions, comments, thoughts, and anything you'd like to share with us in the comment section down below, and we will read them all and respond to any as soon as possible.
And until next time, bye for now.
Bye for now.